Within a year or so, they were actually playing 4 nights a week and were always together. Everyone thought they were a couple, but their companionship was thus far restricted to court time. Dana considered Mark to be, quote, the little brother she never wanted. And Mark thought of Dana as, quote, another older sister he could do without. But there was a practical side to this strange relationship, though, as Mark willingly volunteered to eat all of Dana's leftovers, since money in Mark's pocket was hard to come by, especially since he was trying to find a way to go back to school. In short, Mark was dead broke. Well, the two of them never actually started dating, at least consciously. Both were with other people, and neither approved of the other's romantic interest. Dana, this is a sad story, Dana had the misfortune to be dumped on her birthday, and Mark's shoulder proved to be a comforting place upon which to grieve. That's not sweet. Soon thereafter, on Christmas Eve, Mark himself... I'm sorry. Yes, stick to the script. It does say New Year's Eve. On New Year's Eve, Mark himself was stood up. And so he decided to take Dana up on her offer of availability should he so desire. Well, Mark called Dana at 10 o'clock that evening and wound up at her place for a viewing of that classic romantic movie, Hellboy 2. They paused the show at midnight so that they could watch the ball drop at the stroke, which also gave them an opportunity for a tender moment. Their first kiss. About 2 weeks later, Mark again showed up. Watch that hand, that right hand. I saw what you did to the maid of honor yesterday with that right hand. I'm amazed you still have breath in your body. Well, about 2 weeks later, Mark again showed up at her apartment for snacks and refreshments. They watched TV, and they played high-low with Dana's vintage 80s Chippendales deck. That must be a hoot. They've been a couple ever since. Gradually, Mark moved his stuff into Dana's place, little by little. And in March of this year, when Dana couldn't sleep because she had a lot on her mind, she brought up the subject of marriage, as she had done before. Mark, full of sleep, would grunt in agreement to just about anything, as he mumbled something which may have resembled, okay. Dana suggested October for the wedding, but half asleep, Mark thought that she was probably talking about March 2011.
October 2011.
October of 2011. Did I say March?
You said March.
Why? What's going on? Oh, yeah. No, that's March.
Yeah.
I will go to the eye doctor on Monday, I promise. When he realized that where she was headed with this, Mark was surprisingly still agreeable. Dana asked him if he was freaking out about it. He responded, quote, yes, he was, but he was freaking out about the fact that he was not freaking out about getting married. And so, here we are. I'm not done yet. Pause as well. Dana and Mark, you come to this relationship with different backgrounds and separate lives. You stand here before us with thanks in your hearts for your past, which has brought you to this place. You look forward with hope as to what the future will bring. As your story has shown, fate, chance, volleyball, and happenstance may bring two people together, but it takes a lot more than that to keep them together. Today, you affirm your decision to commit the rest of your lives together in marriage. This undertaking will require that each of you makes a solemn vow to the other to give yourself completely to your partner while still remaining individuals with different wants, needs, and goals. This will take patience, understanding, learning, and a lot of love. By keeping the happiness in your hearts that you feel at this moment, you can look forward to many, many years of contentment, satisfaction, and inner peace as time goes by. Your decision to be joined in marriage is a sacred one, and one to which you have given a great deal of thought and consideration. Your love for one another must be strong enough to bind you through all the ups and downs of everyday life. Your mutual respect for one another must be deep enough to weather all the uncertainties of your future together as you embark on this next phase of your lives.